Hello everyone, Raul Luna here from Level Up Now Academy. Welcome to this episode where I'm going to be covering the following phrase. So make sure that go ahead and put your shares, give me your thoughts, what are your takeaways, whatever that is. Go ahead and just share it and let's just, help each other grow. I love this community, so let's go ahead and make things really happen. Let's crush it together, all right? Today I'm going to be covering the following phrase. By believing, you attract. By doing, you receive. I remember the very first time that I heard the law of perpetual transmutation. And that law, if you don't know it, it's just simply put, is that thought is energy. And that energy is consistently, becoming into a physical thing, into a physical reality. And you decide basically if you want that energy, thought, to become something physical. So that's the law of the law of perpetual transmutation. Anyways, if you really truly want to, and I've discovered this in myself because I've been doing it for, a great portion of my life, and on many different things, from financial freedom to making seven figures, to attracting the house that I want, the car that I want, the woman that I want, the kids that I have. I mean, it's really just amazing how powerful it can become. But oftentimes we believe that just by the fact of having some thinking activity in our heads, things are going to happen. And let me give you a mental hack. Basically, and that what it is how can you speed up the process? And although is explained very simply, it is simple, but you got to believe in order for that simplicity to really honestly kick in. So don't let the simplicity obviously fool you on thinking that it's not possible or that it has to take a long time. Let me share why. If you really want to be at a high peak of energy, high peak of attraction, it's by believing, okay? By believing, thinking, and feeling. So, for instance, think, whatever is it that you want to attract, you got to think it, okay? Whether you're in a belief state at that point doesn't matter, but make sure you vividly think it. You're thinking it, all right? Put up an image in your mind, a clear image of what is it that you're thinking. Think it, okay? Think that, believe it, feel it. Now, when you think, believe, and feel all at the same time, it's when you're at the highest peak of attraction, the highest. Now, there's a whole different, aspect of, image creation, of, bringing it to the emotional mind, and, how do I go from thinking to, believing and feeling. That's a whole different, course of its own. But right now, what I want you to just, quickly understand and realize is that thinking, believing, and feeling takes you to the highest peak of attraction. And when you're in that state, basically, it is by the doing, by the action, that you'll start to get that energy into the physical thing. And that is extremely powerful. Why? You become much more, your actions become much more effective. When you're basically at your highest peak of attraction, and things will happen, at a faster pace because of that high level peak of energy, of a belief state. So, go ahead and put it into practice. Share some thoughts or share some, situations where you've actually applied it and it has worked for you. And you'll see for yourself. I've done it not only for certain things, but for most things, and he works every single time like a charm. Now, keep in mind that in order to, I remember when I was having a hard time creating images in my head, or visualizing, the things that I wanted, or the lifestyle that I wanted it to have. So that's I personally, had difficulties, but the reason being is because I like the saying goes, everything you do the first time, you're gonna suck at it, right? So it's something that never got taught to me, something that I was not exposed. So it was something that it was new to me, and the more I practice it, the easier it became, right? So go ahead and put it into practice, because the more you practice it, the easier it's going to become, the simpler it's going to become, and then you're going to be able to enjoy and reap those benefits. So keep in mind, the law of perpetual transmutation is energy constantly, transforming from the invisible to the visible. And then, that law, it's just a very powerful law. When I first heard it, and I heard it actually from Mr. Bob Proctor, it was stunning, just stunning to understand that there's so much knowledge out there that I personally didn't have access. And as I started obviously understanding it and implementing it into my life, things started to change. So go ahead and put it in implementation in your life, and keep in mind, you gotta have all of them. You gotta have the thinking, the believing, the feeling, and the action if you want some greatness to happen in your life, right? So congratulations for watching this episode. We'll get to see you in the next episode here in Level Up Now Academy. Thank you.